Last week, in honor of International Women's Day, Forbes and Know Your Value hosted a second annual 3050 Summit in Abu Dhabi. The multicultural, multi-generational historic event was attended by over 500 women from 50 different countries, and we were joined by global icons, legends who truly changed the world for women and are changing the world. Here's a recap of the greatest global gathering of women in history.
Hello to everybody on Morning Joe from everyone here at the 3050 Summit in Abu Dhabi. We're having a great time. We need to teach all women to know their value and to communicate it effectively. It's one thing to know it, but you've got to be able to say it. I need you to say something to me. I am not ashamed, and it's all about the money. Let's all say it. I am not ashamed, and it's all about the money. The unbelievably successful women in this room, you can know that this runway is made for you, and it is longer than you can ever imagine.
What really inspires me is that previously it was thought that First Ladies are just soft power. But we have shown that it is not just a formality. We are a force, and we can continue to change the world.
Every one of us is an influencer, so everything you do does matter. You can do this. This is your chance to change the world.
I just want us to value laughter more. It is the only emotion that cannot be compelled.
Be willing to do whatever it takes to feel confident that you know whatever it is you're talking about and you have a very clear idea that you want to communicate.
29, something like that, in ballerina years. That's getting up there already. I'm ancient now at 40. So to be getting that
Mika would tell you that's absolutely not true.
It's not true, but that was my frame of mind.
I have 2 young girls and a son, and it's just so, my intention and my drive comes from a place of wanting to, level the playing field for them.
I treat men and women the same.
Oh, yeah.
Intimidated, be intimidated. I will stare you right out, too.
Right. This is just like really helpful business advice in negotiating. Don't fill silence.
Yes,
like as women, we always talk, and like I used to do this and get uncomfortable and like just say more.
Absolutely.
In negotiations, in meetings, stop. Don't fill the silence.
Yep.
And if you make someone uncomfortable, let them be super uncomfortable.
How do you deal with men who are intimidated by your power?
Say, are you all right?
I became an entrepreneur really out of necessity. I was 27 years old, pregnant with my first child. I used a certain laundry detergent that is marketed for baby clothing. And I had an allergic reaction to it. My lungs closing and having all of these issues with my health.
If you don't have outside accountability from Black women, you are not going to be able to do this for the long haul. No one's going to do this perfectly. Growing is weird and painful, and what I always say to people is that stumbling is evidence of momentum.
Stumbling is evidence of momentum. If we are taking gyms, that is one for me.
So I'm waiting for my husband to toss to me. For those who have watched Morning Joe, this could be a while.
Mika, take it away.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. We're about to have a really important conversation. Our next guests have dedicated their lives to advancing the cause of women around the world.
Pay equity is so important. Until we have this one-to-one, we have a long way to go. Please, women, follow the money. Follow the money.
How different the history of my country and the world would have been had we had Hillary Clinton instead of Trump.
That's a conversation stopper. The message should be that there's not one day to celebrate women, and there's not one day to talk about the challenges we face and the opportunities that are there for us to take advantage of. and that there is strength in numbers, supporting each other, supporting our own path forward, but bringing others along with us. That should be our goal, and that's really what this conference is all about.
It exactly is.
I would like to thank all of the women on this stage, because thanks to them, I understand that equality is normal. And I think the next step we need to make is to make sure that all women understand that it is normal.
Not only women, and men also.
Happy International Women's Day! And that was 3 days, a 3-day summit, but a 3.5, and it was absolutely remarkable.
It's extraordinary that so much happened in such a short period of time. It was so positive too. It was the vibe there was extraordinarily positive, and as Hillary Clinton said at the end with you, there's strength in numbers. And you saw the numbers there. Women from 50 different countries determined to level the playing field.
All generations.
And from all generations.
And it was just a joy and a great vibe.
All parts of the world. And so congratulations, your team did an extraordinary job. Forbes, what a great partner. This was something.
We'll have Huma and Maggie and Randall on in the coming weeks to follow up. We have so many stories to follow up on, including these 2 women that I met on the Kelly Clarkson show.
Right.
Who went there. It's a great story. I'll save it for there. Katty Kay, this is what I saw in terms of the connections being made, because we had so much mentoring and so many networking events and legitimate ways that you could actually pick and connect with people. It reminded me of the advice you give with the Confidence Code. And I know you and Poppy were traveling, so you need to come next year. There were so many women banking confidence, which is what you talk about. Banking confidence by way of the connections and the support they were giving to each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's what first of all, yes, I will definitely be there. That looks like so much fun. And that's my takeaway from all of this and all the work you've done on the summit, Mika, is that there were tangible results. There were things that people could take away from it that they could then use in their lives to make their lives better, to make their careers better, to make their own lives better. And I think that's it's not just talks. There's a real value in that summit that people will keep with them. And the other thing is, I was thinking of my mum. I grew up in the Middle East, not very far from where that summit was held, and she would have been so amazed to see all of those Arab women attending a summit empowering women. And I think it's just great that you did it there.
There were a lot of dynamics going on there that made it historic. And honestly, I thank everybody for your coverage. And what you were talking about, Katty, in terms of those connections and the real results from this, we're going to have a lot of follow-up stories showing you those results taking place. And for extensive coverage of our summit, you can head over to knowyourvalue.com. And also, to be involved next year, some way, somehow, guess what? Nominations for Forbes and Know Your Value's 3rd annual U.S. 50 over 50 list. They're open now. You can nominate someone. We're looking to spotlight women over the age of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 who are shattering age and gender norms across every sector of business, politics, the sciences, and society. So nominate that woman, or even nominate yourself today. Head over to Forbes.com for more details on that, and then end up at the summit next year. And also we'll be going global again with the list. So there'll be more nominations opening up for Asia, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We truly are global at this point.